Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and it's been a while. It's been 87 years since the Lost Isle crew has gotten back together, but we are here now. We're so excited to be able to hang out and play Dungeons and Dragons all together as a group. We've been sort of spread around to parts unknown, and so, but we're back. So, yay. A few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We've got a Discord. You should come hang out there. Meet cool people. We also have a merch store. You can get cool stuff from the merch store, like t-shirts and shower curtains and mugs and all sorts of nifty gifties, especially with the Christmas season coming up. So please come and hang out with us. We'd love your money. Oh, we'd love it so much. There's no other nice way to put that than buy very nice Indigo Chameleon gifts for those people in your life. Upcoming schedule for this week, we've got this going on tonight, and then Sunday we've got a continuation of the Monster of the Week game that we've been playing, so you should tune in for that. Our Tuesday night game is taking a small break for a bit of time, especially during the Thanksgiving week, and this game as well is probably taking a little bit of a break for Thanksgiving Eve, as the children are nestled all smug in their beds, and turkeys are being fried and hoarded over their heads. So we will not be here on Wednesday, but we will be back the following week. Chef Abba Death, the man, the myth, the legend themselves. Hi, Chef. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Not only can you catch some of the cool stuff that me, Martin, XO, and Zach do on the weekly, but we are joined, ladies and gentlemen, by another legend within our midst. Wolfgarin D&D, Beat Saber extraordinaire. Wolf, tell people where they can catch you, do what you do so well.
Every morning, 7:30 in the morning, Mountain Time. And we'll be playing, swinging those sexy sabers. I actually just got back on the platform, first time today in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, playing Beat Saber. Felt good, feeling mighty, and you guys were having a lot of fun with it. You gotta see to believe.
You gotta see to believe. Indigo Gma, thank you for that resubscribing for 17 months in a row. Heart hands, Indigo Gma, we love you. Yes, so please tune in to Wolfgarin. Wolfgarin is my constant coffee companion. As I'm starting my day and I see him pop up, I'll just sort of tune in. And it's a good time. Even when they're playing Minecraft, I've started getting into that as well. So I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming schedule. Stay tuned to the Discord for the latest and greatest and up-to-date stuff for Indigo Chameleon. Heroes. As you can notice, you'll see that Sabrina and Becca, our two intrepid adventurers, are missing today. Thank you, Meowdeth, for looking up exactly in the right spots. We wish them safe recovery. They're both they're down with the sickness. So we are letting them get some rest. But yes, XO.
Ooh, Thank you. That's all.
I'll see myself out.
Did you think about the ramifications of you saying the funniest thing that is going to be said tonight 10 minutes into the stream? Did you think about what the ramifications of that for Wolfgren, Ada, Big Mike, and I?
I'm done.
Can you be responsible, please? Like,
last thing, step it up, fellas. I can't carry us all.
Yeah, there's not another step off the mountain.
There's not a, like, you know what? I'm going to... Guys, it's a real shame. Meowdeth is also down with the sickness tonight and can't be joining us. Even her webcam is unfocusing on her. So it's like, no. Heroes. When the Chef Eladest, like, very nice. When last we left our heroes, they had just solved a pretty major issue in the new Underdark. And Zach had cemented his partnerships with some of the different factions there and sort of created a brand new sort of whoops-a-doodle when it comes to his relationships with the Fey Court, but cemented his connection with the Necromantic Guild as this DM stole blatantly from the plot of Romeo and Juliet, but did so very, very well. That everyone was like, wow, you're the greatest and you're very handsome and great at what you do. So we're actually going to pick up like a week afterwards. Martin, Zach, XO, and Noah. You've noticed that there's been a few changes to Camelot's concoctions. Normally, the back area, the back shop, that was a bit of an apothecary of sorts for the supernatural community, has been mainly just that, an apothecary. But with the addition of this group and things of that sort, the runner of this apothecary and Martin's grandfather, Tiny, has added a brand new business. He's bought out the building next door connected to it and has set up what appears to be one of those like little stands that's just sort of built into the wall and created this sort of outdoor patio. And they are selling coffee. It's coffee, beignets, and things of that sort, creating this very nice atmosphere, and creating this like beautiful sort of outdoor patio. You notice that Noah has not had to pay for coffee once, as the appeal of having an NFL Saints player does nothing but drive business closer and more business to Camelot's Concoctions. So on this beautiful day, I would say, what are we doing here? You could be inside the store, you could be outside getting coffee. What are we doing within the vicinity of Camelot's Concoctions? Martin, what are you up to?
Inventory for this new business.
Yeah, Martin, tell you what, pal, give me a D20 and add your int to it, buddy, as you go through the intricate process of now are you not only keeping track of potion ingredients, you're keeping track of the coffee.
18 on the dot.
18. Yeah, you know what? Things are looking pretty good. You actually have a bit of a surplus. So, Martin, you
said add my int to it?
Add your int to it.
17.
Yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing one less better than I thought you were. You've kept track of things and you're managing to keep your head above water. So much so that Tiny is able to sneak you a bag of their new coffee, Death Wish coffee. Which has 3 times the legal caffeine in it. It's super good. So you get a little bag of coffee for those rough times. You can add that to your inventory. Zach, what are you doing, pal?
I feel like I'd be messing with the inventory.
I appreciate your honesty. Hey, Froggy Boy Kermit, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, you know what? Zach, give me a sleight of hand check, pal.
23. No sooner do you have that bag of coffee, Martin, before you turn around and you're missing a crate. As you're very happy to have that bag, and you don't know what happened to it. So things have their ups and downs in business. Exo, what are you doing?
Exo is holding a greasy paper bag that's kind of sprinkling white as she walks up to this coffee counter, and also carrying a cup of coffee from Cafe de Mon, and is going to be doing an in-your-face side-by-side comparison of the beignet from Cafe de Mon and from this new little pop-up venture, and the coffee from both.
Okay, yeah, I'm about this. I'll tell you what. Give me a... I'll let you choose, a perception or investigation check. I'm not sure what a beignet taste test skill would be, but...
I feel like that's perception based.
Oh, yeah.
Just because my tongue needs to perceive. That's not a sentence I want to repeat.
No, let's never say that again, ever. Like, ooh, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, the roller is being
Is it
very slow.
Okay, how
I'm
about
gonna go
this?
get-
Yeah, you get some real dice. Like any good true D&D player, you've got dice on the ready.
Got these from a wedding.
Oh, nice. You line up the coffee and the beignets from the 2 different places, and you're not sure where the coffee comes from. You know that orders are placed up at this small board, and you just kind of like pick out what you want and say it out loud, and then after a bit of time, the order is placed there. And it's not even a price system. It's more of like a pay what you can. And you notice a lot of people using this system are paying more than they might before. So you're not sure who is making the food or anything along those lines. But go ahead and give me a perception check.
It ended up being a 10.
A 10. From what you can tell, it's a marginal difference. But this place tends to eke out just a little bit. The beignets are a little bit more fresh. The coffee is a little less hype and more just strong and knock you on your butt. Yeah, you're a fan.
Cool. Just gonna hold it up and appreciation and, just down it. We're going on sugar and caffeine tonight, boys. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Noah, what are you doing here at Camelot's Concoctions?
Well, Noah has missed a couple workouts from recent activities. He's been stuck doing two-a-days, man. And they've just been beating him up. You just run him through the ringer. I mean, they love their Noah. But he's also discovered coffee for the first time.
Yep.
Because that's not something he's currently going through the inventory of this place and enjoying every cup of it. Just pretty much wired like you've never seen him before, man. This quiet, unassuming giant is almost bouncing off the walls right now.
I think to the delight of everyone, Zach was able to take a picture of you on your phone. And if you guys have ever seen that candid photo of Bigfoot walking through the forest and kind of looking, there's a picture of Noah just sort of turned to the side, and it says, "Even Noah the Ark Sorensen loves the coffee at Camelot's Concoctions." But you've got this kind of look, but the hand's holding a cup of coffee. They've blown it up to poster size and things of that stuff, and put it up. Yes, absolutely, fan of Food Wars. Plus, yeah, Noah, you're hanging out. Martin, Zach, Exo, and Noah. No matter where you are, you would hear the quiet sound of bike bells, hearkening you back to your childhood. As a group of kids on bikes all show up here to Camelot's Concoctions. It's not uncommon for kids to show up, but this group is led by a bunch of sort of snotty-nosed kids, all of them seemingly playing archetypes within the kids on bikes. You see a bit of a chubbier kid who's kind of trailing behind. "Oh, guys, wait up. Come on." You see a kid whose bike is decked out with every possible bit of technology that you can have on a bike, including tactical flashlights and things of that sort. You see that the leader of the group is a young kid with a red baseball cap sort of pushed around to the back. He's wearing a Yankees jersey over like a white T-shirt, and there is this scrappy-looking older girl who is in the group as well. All four of them sort of pull up and to the group and just start kind of scoping out the area, looking like they need an adult.
Have we seen these kids before? First of all, do we
No,
know
a
these
history
kids?
check, pal. History check for me.
Let's see. We got the history right here. No, I don't think so. That's
No.
gonna be my first nat one
No,
of the day.
buddy, you do a lot of charity work, man. You work you do like the working out with kids, like the play 30-60, like so it's hard. You don't know if you've seen him. Anybody else want to give me a history check? You can let me know.
Yeah. Based on the fact that I'm, work there.
Martin, I'll say you can make this an advantage, big guy.
Oh, okay. 21 at 20.
Yeah, these kids, you've seen them here before. The first time they came in, it was a really nervous kid, and they were doing two kids in a trench coat. Where one kid had a mustache on, but it was obviously like an 8-year-old. And "Good day, sir. Oh, what a wonderful adult establishment. We heard that we may perchance purchase holy water." And they came in, and it's not illegal to buy holy water, but you extended it by a good 15 minutes. You're like, "Well, I gotta go make it and milk the holy water." But they've been in at various times, you know what I mean, throughout.
I have milked so much holy water for these kids.
So much.
You start selling it themselves.
You know that they refer to themselves as the Monster Squad. A group of young kids that are dedicated to anytime a group of kids are going up against supernatural entities. These kids are the one "Hey, I remember being 7. Now that I'm 8, we'll kill this vampire." Like they just kind of help the younger kids and stuff like that.
I have several favorite stories from them.
Yeah, I think the chubbier guy in the back is like, "Oh, hey, Martin," and then pulls out an inhaler and just, "Hi, bud."
Are they all the same age?
They're then abouts. They're all about 10 or 11 years old. Yeah.
I miss being part of the crew.
I'm gonna glare at him. What are we, chopped liver?
The main kid sort of walks forward, kind of seeing Martin and you waving to, let's be honest, the fat kid in the back. You waving to Billy in the back. Chip is going to walk forward a little bit, and
and say, "Hey, Mr. Martin.
Yep, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you guys handle weird stuff, right?
Of course, what's up?
Something's going on with one of the neighborhoods in town, and we were hoping that you guys might take care of it."
More than you can handle?
With that, he kind of looks down like sheepishly, and the girl steps up next to him, and he goes, "Yes, more than we can handle. We don't want to die, right?" And he goes, "I still think we can." She goes, "We don't want to die." And she goes, "Monster Squad." And all of the kids walk forward. Each of them reaches into their pockets and puts a handful of what appears to be crumpled up dollar bills, $5 bills, and as much loose change as they've been able to kind of save up, and put it on the counter.
Guys,
What?
what's this for?
To pay you? That's how they handle quests. And Billy's like, "I told him, I read it in my D&D book. We don't have gold or silver."
Yeah, but you guys are the Monster Squad.
No, I get
Too
that.
good here for this.
But
Is gonna come over and sit down on the floor, cross-legged, and just listen.
yeah. Well, we just want to pay you guys because we can't handle it.
It's not how this works. We're part of the team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'd be happy to keep an eye on the shop while you guys take care of this.
No, not that kind of team. What? You tell us what's going on, and then you can go back home, keep being the eyes and ears out there.
Yeah, he goes, "X-ray." The kid walks forward, and he's got a pair of goggles, and he takes the goggles and kind of puts them on his head. You see he's got big, like, raccoon eyes, where, like, the rubber from the goggles has just sort of painted his eyes. He goes, "Okay, here's the deal." And he pulls out, like, a giant, like, piece of cardboard that he's got rolled up and placed it on the table, and he's got this, like, colored out thing. And you say the subdivision is called New Life Subdivision, okay? And he's got it mapped out with these different streets, and he's got about 6 different X's on the map. He goes, "Okay, so we talked to a few kids, and this is a brand new subdivision. And normally, of a haunt level of this level, to reach 9 alpha level critical haunt, it needs to be a neighborhood that's usually been established for a long time to allow for, ghost migration and spiritual migration. But
9?
it's a level 9 alpha haunt." And he goes, "And
Hold on 1 second. I need to bring the rest of the crew in. This is going to be serious.
X-Ray looks very happy about this, and immediately kind of does a pull and like stands on the counter now so that he can sort of look out.
Whoever's not here at the counter, I'm going to call them over to the counter.
Yeah.
Noah gets up and actually takes one of the beignets and tosses it in the air to catch it in his mouth. And,
dexterity
as he's
saving
walking-
throw.
What's the damage for a beignet in the eye?
That's going to be 16 on the dexterity saving throw.
You see a small hand as Billy stands up on his bike, kind of reaching that same height, grabs the beignet, and he's like, "Thanks, Mr. Noah," and grabs the beignet before it hits your mouth and pops it in his mouth. Like,
I put my hand up as a high five, man.
he goes up to high five and falls off the bike.
Zach's definitely eating a bag of chips, and he comes over and wipes them off onto Chip's shirt, his hand on Chip's shirt.
Yeah, Chip kind of looks down at his shirt and then looks up at you, and he goes, "Are you a dead guy?"
Maybe.
Cool. Keep going, X-Ray. And X-Ray goes, "As I was explaining before to the
Start
noobs."
taking notes.
Yeah, and he looks down at you appreciatively. He's like, "We have a level 9 alpha haunt situation going on in the New Life subdivision, and so all of you are going to need to kind of step up. We have kids reporting just weird activities going on, including, but not limited to, severe poltergeist activity. We're talking malevolent spirits here, people. We're not talking Ghostbusters 1, more Ghostbusters 2 territory, and the reboot, can't wait to see it. We're going tomorrow night." All the kids high five. And they go, "There will be no questions. Are there any questions?"
Okay, so let me see if I got this straight. It's a New Life subdivision. It's a level 9 alpha, and it's in the New Life subdivision, and we're going tomorrow night.
No, you're going tonight.
Then
When-
what are
when
you doing
Exo
tomorrow night?
holds up the chart with the X's and O's.
It's upside down.
All of a sudden, Noah's eyes open wide, and he goes, "I got that."
He's like, oh, that's a football play. Got it. I'm in. Yes. We're going to see Ghostbusters tomorrow night. You guys are handling this problem tonight.
Hey, if we help you tonight, can we go with you to see Ghostbusters? Is that weird?
That's a yes.
Everybody kind of looks around and they're like, huddle up. All the kids huddle up.
X is gonna take a step forward.
Hey.
Get in the huddle.
They all kind of step right. The leader steps forward. He goes, all right, you can come. But you're buying the popcorn.
No, yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Just got suckered.
Billy is like, this is the greatest day of my life.
How do you get 4 kids to fall in love with you? Buy them popcorn.
Billy's like, a large? So all 4 of them sort of leave the map out for you and things of that sort and give you directions to the New Life subdivision.
Can you quickly show us on the camera what the map looks like so we can get that image in my head?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Meowdith, can you hold up the map again? Can you?
It's gibberish.
Can you just okay? Yep. See, and then you got the.
But for some reason, it made perfect sense to Noah.
Great.
Yeah.
It's the PlayStation symbols and a smiley face, guys.
They got it.
Noah's gonna tackle that house right there. Essentially, there are what is it? 5 houses.
Okay.
5 houses that are dealing with some sort of odd behavior going on at the house. The kids are reporting stuff, which is weird because it's a brand new neighborhood. And the odd thing is, it's not uncommon to run into ghost activity or supernatural activity here. But it's odd when the houses are brand new and things of that sort. So the kids...
So you said there's different X's and stuff on this map that they've got down there?
Yeah, essentially it's just a map of the houses, like squares and stuff like that. And they put X's on the houses that you're going to see that are experiencing activity.
All right, I'm gonna hit that Google Sat View and see what we can see if the images of the pre-construction area is still there or if they've been updated to the new post-construction.
Very, very easy thing to do. I'm gonna give. Technology does not move fast in Louisiana, but I'll give you 50-50 odds here. Give me probability dice.
Got it.
51 and up, they've updated the situation. You're gonna have a little bit more intel in terms of navigating the neighborhood before you get there. 50 and below, you got nothing, kid.
I'm reaching for the real ones.
Reach for those real dice. Roll that beautiful
word.
bean footage. Yeah.
45. So we are.
You're kind of.
We're going in blind.
You're going in blind. So it just hasn't updated. It's not, especially with it being a brand new subdivision.
Nope, we're good. We have the cardboard map.
Cool. The kids kind of look at you. The kids kind of look at you as if like this is not the dumbest thing you've ever said. You have a map.
Your 81 just came through on your
81 just came through. No. We're good. We're good.
X-Ray hands over the map to each of you, or hands over the map to the group, and just sort of looks at you all, and they very quickly get on their. They kind of look to you to see if there's any other questions that you have. Anything
Do any of
along
you
those
live
lines?
here?
Live in the neighborhood?
Yeah. Do any of you 4 live in this neighborhood?
The 4 kids look at each other and shake their head.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Go home and be safe then.
Yeah, they sort of nod their head and they all kind of give you like the salute, and they head home. They are very quick to leave.
Where's
Dang,
Tiny?
it's too bad Becca's not here, man. This is sounds like right up her alley.
Yeah, really.
We could be like doing a YouTube show.
The
Actually-
2 people who aren't here are
Yeah.
communicate with dead things people.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
the rest
Noah.
of the people communicate with dead things too. We talked to Zach.
That's true. Totally true.
I'm just unalive, not dead.
Hey, Noah, have you ever seen
Potato,
Becca
potato.
have an
tomato,
episode
tomato.
about something like this? Like this neighborhood?
Well, if I look at, I've watched all her episodes, and some of them twice.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for this one. It's a brand new neighborhood, so there's no way that you would have found anything, to have any sort of information regarding this brand.
I don't think she's ever done a level 9 alpha haunt before. That's like beyond.
Well, it sounds like you're the expert now here, buddy, because Becca's not here.
Let's go ghost hunting.
Hope you've been studying.
Are we ready? Ghostbusters!
Let's go.
Okay, good.
Ride with me. I got my van outside. It's a little cramped.
I want to talk to Grandpa before we head out.
Yeah, you find Tiny. He's sort of hovering over in the corner. He's still not quite sure about you being an adventurer, so he's been hovering a little bit. But yeah, you go and see him.
Yeah, I just want to fill him in and ask him if he has any insight on this.
He goes, children, it's unsure what they're actually seeing. Perception is an odd thing, and you know this. So what they could anticipate as a haunting, they're looking for ghosts, they're gonna find them. It could be. It's an odd thing that it's a brand new neighborhood, but we have a full-on city that's happening below the surface here, so there's no telling what the neighborhood was built on top of. Regardless, something of this large, ghosts don't like their presence known. They just don't. They want to be left alone, or they're echoes of the past. If they're making enough noise to attract the eye of the children, it's making me think it's not exactly that. Or if it is, there's something else on top of it. You're gonna have to use your wits on this one.
All right. Well, we're gonna head out there. That's
right.
Cool with you.
Yeah, sure. I'm free tomorrow.
Ghostbusters!
I just wanted to.
If you're gonna buy the popcorn, they're absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. No, thank you for the invite. Milk duds all around, and Tiny nods his head. Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll see you a little bit.
Do we hop in the
beignets left on the table or anything?
Let me check.
I never thought I'd have to fight a grown man for the love of 4 children, but here we are.
You were just saying things tonight. Now that you were saying things tonight. Oh boy. Yeah, buddy. The bag of beignets is still on the table.
No longer, it's not.
You go over and you grab the bag and you realize the bag is empty. Inside is a hastily written note from Billy saying, "I owe you 1 bag of beignets," but beignets is misspelled.
No, wouldn't know. He has no idea how it's spelt. He just wants to know what the 9s went.
No, it's like, I would be so angry if I could read this.
You did get an upgrade to your intelligence.
I did not say. I just don't know how. I don't know how beignet spelt. Come on, Mike.
Yay. Hello. Starts with a B, ends with a yay.
Nope. You all pile into the hearse and head over to the New Life subdivision. Heroes. You have 5 homes that are experiencing some weird, spooky, supposedly stuff going on. So you can tackle these in any order that you wish.
The middle one.
Got it. You head to house number 3. This house does not have individuals living in it yet. So it's going to be a little bit easier to explore and things of that sort. I'll say you get there about early evening. So sunset has happened, but you get that nice little twilight, kind of orange that's painting the sky.
How many stories?
It's 1 story, prefab house and things of that sort. From what you can tell from parking outside, you see the garage is open. There's not even a garage door that's been put in place yet. And the front door is also surprisingly open, which is a little uncommon. There's a sign out front with like flyers that advertise the house and things of that sort, and advertise for the subdivision. But yeah, other than that.
When you say the front door is open, it hasn't been hung yet, or it's just unlocked?
You can certainly check.
No, I mean, if the door wasn't there, we could see it. So I'm wondering, is the door there?
There is a door there.
Perfect. That's what I mean.
The door is not ajar. It's a door, and it's open.
When is a door not a door?
So Noah pulls out his EMF reader and turns it on.
I can't. I'm done.
Hang on. Is this a legit EMF reader, or is this like a welcome to Walmart? Or like,
It's-
are we-
No,
It's
it's
definitely-
probably a box.
It's. Have you seen
EMF
Calvin
reader.
and Hobbes?
Got it.
Yeah, it's a transmogrifier.
Oh, pal, I want this to work so bad for you. Noah, I'm going to give you insane odds right now. Go ahead and roll me a d20. On a 19 and a 20, you happen to have scrumbled together an actual working EMF reader out of hopes and dreams and duct tape. So...
Oh, please make it happen.
Please, please.
I know, right?
No, it's a 16.
Noah pulls out the weirdest looking contraption that's got stickers, and it looks like a cardboard stick. And then he presses a button on it, and it gives this little like zzz, and you realize that he has taken a taser and given it a cardboard housing.
Perfect.
And he's waving that around looking
He's
for the
just
reading.
Everybody kind of takes a step back the first time he does it. It's a, whoa, hey, bud.
EMF reader. I'm going to find these ghosts.
That sound of the taser going off physically makes Exo nauseous and like almost vomit each time it goes off.
Oh, you seem to be suffering from ectoplasma poisoning.
Did you just try to touch her with it?
Yeah, I just tased in her direction.
Yes.
To see if there's a ghost with you. This is, I
She
don't
just
touch her
said
with
she was
it.
Traumatized by it, and now you're like trying to poke her with it. This is gonna be the best night ever.
Exo's as far away from Noah as she can be right now.
All right, you guys go on ahead. I'm gonna wait in the car.
No, you don't want to be the first one through the door? I'll go first.
I think Taser Boy should go. I mean, EMF guy should go first.
Taser face.
Your name is Taserface? That's the name you chose? No, let's let Taserface go first.
Oh man, we have
Noah
it has gone
happily,
downhill.
happily takes his EMF reader and goes and walks in the front door,
Okay.
testing for ghosts in all directions.
Buddy, you test for ghosts, and this place is super haunted. Every time you test that EMF reader, you're getting pretty high readings.
Man, these readings are off the chart, guys. Those kids were onto something here.
Everybody following Noah into the place?
I'm as far from that taser. I'm in, but as soon as we get in and I can diverge paths, I'm getting away from that noise.
Okay. Yeah. You start to get away from that noise and just sort of see the house. Like I said, there's nothing in here in terms of furniture and things of that sort. From what you can see, it's a one-story home. They haven't even installed the appliances in the kitchen and things of that sort. Who here's got my highest passive perception?
14 for Zach.
Zach
16,
beats me.
16 for me.
16.
Martin.
Definitely
Okay.
Martin. I'm 11.
Okay. Martin, so you're kind of walking in the house. Noah's testing for ghosts, walking into the various rooms and just... you do see that outside in the backyard, it's not fenced in at all, but there is a swimming pool. And the swimming pool is filled with water, which is odd because there's no appliances or anything in there.
So there is a pool, and the pool is full.
The pool is full. There are no appliances or anything like that, but there's a pool out there.
Interesting. So, all right, nothing here. Let's leave.
Cool. You guys head back out the door.
Check the pool. Let's go check the pool.
With these EMF readings, I'm not leaving yet.
With this,
Is there a basement?
you know what? Give me an investigation check.
In Louisiana, that would be terrifying.
Right. Well, I mean, there is a whole underground.
So does he point out the pool? Do we notice this pool and everything?
Yeah, I'll point it out.
Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah, I tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
So is it clean water? Is it dirty water? Can we see in the water?
You can see that there's water. You can from as
Looks dark.
as Noah. As Martin points it out to you, Noah, you are welcome to step outside, but currently it's like that twilight, so it's hard to get a good bead on it from where you currently are.
Are there any light switches near the door, sliding door, where it goes out?
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of go over and flip on the light switch outside. The lighting system for the pool is immaculate. The pool lights. They've got these like two sort of spotlights that shine on the pool, and you can actually, because the light system is so amazing, you actually see something at the bottom of the pool. It looks to be like a large just like box of some sort.
Oh, good. Can I use my channel divinity to bless this water?
You certainly could.
Let me burn that. It was at 11 on the check-in for our basement.
Okay. You do not find a basement. A basement in Louisiana would truly be a terrifying thing.
Okay.
Well, is it in the deep end or the shallow end?
So here's the deal. A normal human swimming pool is about 5 or 6 feet deep. So there's very few swimming pools that Noah are going to have a Noah deep end. But for most normal folks, it's at the deep end, which is like 6 feet. You know what I mean? It's a large wooden box. Martin, you head over and you go to bless the waters. Give me... I need a spellcasting ability check. I need a D20. I need you to add your spellcasting ability modifier to that.
I'm just going to say, as soon as he bends down to bless the water, Noah's probably taking 2 giant steps and forming himself into the biggest cannonball he can think of.
You're just backing up. You're like, oh, man. It's going to be a great day.
I'm going to leave now because this was a fun night. So we're good. I'll catch you guys later.
What
What was
happened?
that roll, buddy? What was that roll?
That was a 1.
Oh, yeah. With that one, you extend your hands outward. Martin, I'll give you this, pal. As soon as Martin reaches forward, that water, Noah, as you back up with a nat 1, that water is not going to react to trying to be blessed. It is going to snake out of the pool, a la the abyss, wrap around Martin, and start tugging. Martin, I need a strength saving throw on top of that, my dude.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, man. Here it comes. Oh, baby.
13.
Oh, baby. Martin, you managed to hold your ground, but this water wraps around Martin's arm like it's lashing him and just starts to drag him towards the water. Okay, gang? Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. You're the best around. Nothing ever gonna keep you down. Look at Noah over here. Easy, pal. Easy on the trigger there.
I know, right?
XO, your dice don't like you.
Nope, I didn't even roll in the roller. I got a D20 here on the table for you.
What do you got, Bubba?
An 11.
You know, 11. XO, followed by the speedster Noah. Zach, you are up first. You see all of this happen in real time as Martin sort of reaches out to sort of bless the water, and the water snake around his arm and start to drag him back towards the pool.
First instinct is to pull out my short sword and separate the water from Martin.
It's these cans. Somebody's angry at these cans. You're just gonna take a slice at the thing holding him.
Right. Closer to the pool rather than across.
I'm going to say this. There's not a lot of space here to play with. I'm going to let you do this. My boo-boo, if you mess this up, we might have to look at some fun appendages for Martin. Okay? Because He might be.
He can't hit me.
I need an attack roll, please, with that sword.
15.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Martin, you're a little frazzled as you kind of try to pull your arm back, and Zach's like, "I've got it covered, pal!" And you see him running forward with your sword. He's like, "No, I think I can handle it." As Zach kind of comes forward and slashes forward. You slash forward, and as you do, you don't sever the tendril, but you cut a deep enough gouge into it so that a little bit of like sort of watery liquid, as if you've hit an artery, splashes outward and hits the deck as that tendril goes back into the water, back towards where the chest is.
No one touch the water, please.
Too late.
Says out loud.
Zach's turn. Zach will say this out loud. Is that the end of your turn, Zach?
And then I'm gonna back up a little from the pool.
Zach, I actually need damage for that, please.
Oh, wrong one. Ignore that one. 8.
8 points of damage. Cool. Martin.
So I'm no longer restrained by.
No, you are not being held in awe by this water or by force.
Well, so I didn't know if there was like it pulled back just from my arm or like from the rest.
No.
Like, I don't know how
lets go of you completely.
Okay. All right.
Think of like a tentacle was wrapped around your arm,
Gotcha.
Zach hit it hard enough so it was like, I'm sorry.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna go with a word of radiance.
To the water itself?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Did I burn my channel?
Did you burn your channel? Yes. I'm gonna say you tried to kick this off, but this would be like something making its saving throw when you burn. You still burn the spell slot, but
Ooh, that's pretty big.
like Avalon looks at you and it's like, man, come on. You weren't gonna even test the water first before you blessed it. Like, you get a text later from Avalon. That's like,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so I need a Constitution saving throw, and the number to beat is 14.
14. It's got a +1 to its con. It gets a 13. +1, a 14. It makes it save.
Terrible.
But I will grant you this. It is so close that you hear a gurgly scream from the water itself. You don't see anything, but the water itself responds poorly.
Got it.
Martin, that's your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
No.
Okay. This is Martin. XO, you're up.
EXO is like halfway through taking a couple steps forward when hears "Don't touch the water," and she's gonna look at Zach and just be like, "What? Why? No!" And then slap the puddle on the deck.
Okay.
And use Shocking Grasp.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You are
because water is conductive, and we know not to get our electronics wet.
We do know that, but even you, knowing that water is conductive, have now decided to test that theory by casting electricity at a puddle of water on a deck.
That's hopefully still connected to the big
that
body. That
hopefully is still connected to the big body in the pool. Okay, got it. You slam that hand down. Is it an attack roll? Is it a
yes?
Give me an attack roll.
Oh, it's gonna take forever. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, it's fine. How's everyone stay going? Are we?
Great. I'm slapping
I'm
some
not
water.
feeling good about my rolls.
Man,
Just
that's
not feeling
okay.
good about 'em.
Well, I mean, I think you should feel bad about your rolls in general.
Yeah, they're terrible bad.
Yeah,
Terrible bad.
You know what?
Go ahead and roll that D20 for me.
18 plus 5.
18 plus
for the
5.
attack.
You connect. Unfortunately, that spot of water does not connect with the larger hole.
Good deal.
That's there. Oh, that was close though. 17. Yeah. So you do that. I'm going to be kind and say that you don't electrocute yourself by like take that puddle. But it does not connect with the larger hole.
Okay.
Okay. Noah.
I don't know that Noah heard "Don't touch the water" or not.
Okay.
He's
Okay. What do you?
he is
Noah, what are
has
you doing?
I pulled out my maul and I'm actually fulfilling my cannonball dreams.
Martin, Zach, and Exo, as you come up with a plan, you hear from the background, Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm going to be casting as I do this Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
And making an attack with my
Pal, I'm into this. Give me an attack roll at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
Because you are swinging a hammer in a pool.
Yes, I am. Well, I'm actually leaping into the pool as I'm swinging the
You know what? You know what?
So that's just what
I'll say this. High risk, high reward. We reward those dumb, good boy decisions. I'll take away the disadvantage. I'll give you one straight attack roll because you're leaping into the water. How smart is this? You're leaping into the water where this thing is. Give me just a straight up attack roll.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
An 18 hits. Give me damage.
That's going to be 12 on the bludgeoning, and then on the spell itself is going to be another 6 with the Thunderous Smite. So 18 points of damage altogether.
If this is particularly okay, yep. You connect with something, pal. As you cannonball into this water, this water doesn't feel great. It's a little more firm than it should feel as you kind of jump into it. So the good news is you've jumped into the water. And you've connected with something, and you feel that hammer sort of connect and send out this flash of thunderous force against it. The bad news is, it is now whatever is in the water, or the water itself, who am I to say, turn. Noah, does a 21 hit?
Most indubitably.
Okay, you guys watch, to the shock of no one. Noah's like, thumbs up! Pulled under the water by a large force. Noah,
That sounded like a lot of dice going through that tower.
It really was. It really was. Noah, you take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Bludgeoning damage. And Noah, you are grappled. For the time being, you are being held underwater as you're just kind of down there, and Noah's kind of like looking around confused. You see him kind of reach a hand upward, and it's almost like you're watching the scene in Titanic, but in reverse, as he's trying to come up towards it instead of sinking down into it. But this is where Noah is at. Noah's at the even though you are tall enough, he's kind of, the water has you turned lengthwise and just sort of pushing you down against the bottom of the pool. Okay? Top of the initiative order.
I'm about it.
I'm into it. I love this. High risk, high reward. Zach.
Stupid oaf. Big dum-dum. Zach is running to the edge of the pool.
Okay.
Did Martin point out the box at the bottom, or was that in plain view?
Noah's the one that saw it,
I will say
which
this.
precipitated the reason for
There's enough lights, and you've spent enough quality time with this pool that you would be aware of the chest at the bottom of this pool. This just simple wooden chest. There's nothing metallic adorning it or anything, and it's just kind of sitting happy at the bottom of the pool.
Can I make any type of insight or anything to see if this is in any way connected to whatever force of nature causing this pool to be violent?
To see if you know anything about this?
Yeah.
Arcana, history, religion.
Not proficient in any of those, so Do you still want me to make a roll? Or?
Yeah, because it's a weird question. You're like, oh, yes, the box in the swimming pool. I'm familiar with this ruse. Like, it's just, I will say off the top of your head, you've never heard of anything like this before, but I'll let you roll if you want to burn your bonus action to see if you pull like an obscure reference to it.
Yeah, I'll take that risk. 13.
13. The biggest thing in your head is what's in the box. What's in the box? There could be plenty of things in the box, but a box could be. Hi, kids. It's your good buddy Scribe. A box can be anything, and a box can have anything in it. It's just what your imagination wants to put in the box. So there could be plenty of things in here, but nothing kind of sparks that. Like, what is that?
There you go. Well, I'll pull out my crossbow and take a shot at the box, see if I can even reach it from up above.
This I'm into it. Attack roll at disadvantage, as that water's going to slow it down a little bit. Give me an attack roll at disadvantage, please.
Double nat ones.
Double. As you go to fire the crossbow, God himself comes down and looks at you and is like, no. And you didn't say the magic word. You see Billy the DM come forward and kick you in the nuts. And like both of these, you are not meant to hit this crossbow, to hit this box, as it just, it flies wide. You know what I mean?
Kick the dead man in the nards.
Punch the highlights out of her hair. It's just like, yeah. So Zach, that could not have gone more poorly for you, bud. Martin, your turn, bud.
Yeah, like I'm the savior of this group. Jeez. Okay, so this means I'm gonna go for, how about a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with a guiding bolt.
Oh, nice.
Targeting the box.
I support this. I will say that the physical limitations of the crossbow bolt, just because I'm not prepared for 2 nat 1s again, would be lifted with a magical spell. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with that guiding bolt.
22.
Hey, that's a number higher than 8. That guiding bolt goes flying forward. Give me damage. 12. Okay, 12 is enough to break the box. The box immediately shatters. A big Martin-sized Hadouken hole into it as the guiding bolt hits this thing like square in the center of its mass. As it does, the contents of the box begin to kind of flow out of it, and it is just a collection of Mardi Gras beads and doubloons. If you've ever been to a parade in New Orleans, you've seen like the various stuff that would be in parades. Like you see these the plastic cups, not too unsimilar from the kind that Mike is drinking out of right this second. Beads, doubloons, and things of that sort that just sort of and start floating up towards the surface of the pool itself. That is your action. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
So, quick question: as I shot at the box, the water around it, did it move away from the shot, or did it go through the material? Like, what happened?
Well, what happened?
What happened was,
you've got a high enough passive perception. The water didn't shift or move. The only logical conclusion is it's not the water as a whole. It's something in the water.
Gotcha.
That is now holding Noah down, so was not near the box. Does that make sense? Like it's not.
Yeah. It's like, water colored.
Yeah, water's not bad. We hydrate or dihydrate, kids, but something in the water can be bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
Like bad Neo.
There's a worm in the water.
There's a worm in the water. Somebody drank the fish. Good. Okay, Zach, that's Martin's turn. XO, you're up.
XO's going to be looking for one of those pool skimmers on a gate somewhere, maybe the long 10, 12, 15-foot net.
Perception check is a free action.
Oops, nope, don't, nope. Ignore that. No, that is a. I'd wait for the roller, but it's a 3.
It's a 3. You kind of scope around. I'm going to say that it burns your bonus action because it takes too long to find it. But yeah, you do see a little skimmer over off to the side. And you can use your movement to go grab it and then come back to the pool. What are you trying to do with the skimmer?
Give Noah something to hold on to.
Okay,
And
yeah.
pull him. That's it. That was the full extent of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you grab the skimmer and you just kind of shove it into the water. You're like, here, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Hey, you got a 3.
Take this net.
Yeah, awesome.
It's literally what I rolled.
Your dice are haunted. Congratulations. Thank you for theming. Noah. Hate that for me. Noah, you are in the water, my dude. You are being held down by something. I'm going to let you make whatever move you would like to make. You can still attack this thing, but then we're going to start having to talk about the pesky problem of breathing.
Understood. What I do need to ask, am I able to do verbal and somatic?
The minute you use a verbal component for a spell, you are going to exhale any air that you have in your system. So you can do this, and normally constitution modifiers is how long you can hold your breath underwater. Like the bigger your con is, that's how long you can hold it. But if you use any sort of verbal component, the high risk reward here is like, if it works, you did it. But if you didn't, you can also use your action here to try to break the grapple that it has on you. Should you choose to do that instead?
Heck no. We're casting Thunderwave.
Okay.
It seems appropriate for some reason.
Yeah, no, you scream out, exhaling all of that air that's in you. What is the save on Thunderwave?
Constitution 12.
This thing is not very constituted, as previously mentioned, but it makes it save. It's rolling hot, kids. Sorry. It rolls a 14 on the die, plus 1, 15.
Okay, successful save. Take half and you're not pushed. All right.
So give me damage anyway.
So that's going to be 5 points of damage.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. No, that's your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Is there any chance of moving around in this grapple as far as getting feet underneath me, things of that nature, or am I stuck in a vertical
you are
or
not,
horizontal What I'm looking for is there a way to get any leverage to where I might be able to push or things of that nature?
If you break the grapple, yes, this particular individual is not going to let you. Its sole intent and purpose is to drown you. It is, and it's doing a great job. It's trying, like it's got one job to do, and it's getting you into this sort of position. So unfortunately, no. But if you try to break that grapple, then you'll have a little bit more maneuverability. But until that happens,
but I'm not able to do that with the bonus action. Try to break the grapple or anything.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No, I need a con save, pal.
Did it roll? There we go.
He's coming. All right.
Would it be a 19?
After yelling out that thunderous wave, you manage to shut your mouth and only take in a little bit of water. Okay. But it's getting rough. You're feeling that burn of having to run the meats up and down the field and stuff like that. That burn you get in your chest. You all heard it, and a bit of water splashed out along with some of those beads and things of that sort. That just kind of got pushed out of the water, but Noah is still very much under being held down. Okay. Zach, we go back to the top. No, it's this guy's turn. Hang on.
Just to let you know, any objects that are not tied down automatically are pushed.
Oh, okay. How about this then? Every bead and coin that was floating on the surface immediately gets geysered out of this thing. Okay? Leaving one thing that's in the chest. It looks to be the same size and look, but different material. as there's one coin still sitting in the chest. As Noah screams out, all of that stuff goes shooting out. Everybody kind of looks down. There's one gold coin in the spot that Martin hit, sitting at the bottom of the chest. Just sitting pretty. Okay? Cool. It is the creature's turn. Noah, 21 to hit.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That's less damage this time? 12 points of damage?
I can do that. That was the same amount as last time.
Well,
It's a smaller 12.
it's
It's
small.
a teeny
12.
tinier 12.
I've got a thing here.
Stone's Endurance.
Stone's Endurance. As my reaction, I'm going to give this a try.
Hit it.
Bum, 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 bum. So that's going to be 7 points avoided.
Okay.
And so it's D12 plus 2. So with the 7, so that's going to be another 5 points.
That you avoid. No,
You
another.
avoid
I
seven,
avoided
takes
7.
five.
So you take
So I
another
took
5.
5.
Yeah. As you feel whatever this thing is, buddy, just start to get tighter around you. Pushing specifically at your midsection to get that air out. It just starts to squeeze a little bit. Zach, now we go to the top of the initiative order, pal.
Seeing that last glinting piece in the box, Zach is going to dive in and go for it.
All right.
And then, do I need to make a roll or anything?
No, you dive into the water. I think that's a fairly easy thing to do. As you immediately go over and grab the coin from the chest. Okay. You go in and grab the coin from the chest. The minute Zach grabs a hold of this coin, Noah, whatever tightness is holding you down, immediately lets go, buddy. You can breathe, or you can move in the space and things of that sort. Zach, I'll say that uses like 10 feet of your movement as you go and grab it. Are you doing anything else with your movement? Or are you just hanging out in the water?
Oh, I'm going to try and push myself off of the bottom of the pool and get that coin out of this pool.
Athletics check, please.
11.
11. That is just enough to get to the edge of the pool where Martin and Exo, you see Zach come out of the pool, and as he does, something rises up out of the pool, standing at height to where Zach is, sort of following him. This thing looks like the creatures in the movie Abyss. This thing is just made out of water and things of that sort. You see these like tendrils and tentacles sort of coming off of it and shaking, but it's focused purely on Zach as you're starting to see Noah kind of float up from the bottom of the pool where he was at. But you can now see it as it's still connected to the pool, but it's floating up following Zach. Okay? Zach, that is your turn. I'm going to say that that's your action, that's your movement, and all of that stuff.
Definitely.
Martin, you're up, Bubba.
All right. Okay, so now that I can see it, I am going to go ahead and guiding bolt its face.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Yeah, you can see it now. And so you give me a shot.
22.
That'll hit. Give me damage.
15.
You see a huge chunk of this thing as Martin, you aim square the center of this thing's mass, buddy. This shimmering, you're like, oh, I see your water kung fu is not as good as my water. As your guiding bolt kind of looks like a blast of water, like kind of coming out, hitting this thing square in the center of its mass. You pit the powers of Avalon and doing good versus whatever this thing is, and your water leaves this sort of darkened mark in the center of it. Not only that, but wherever your magic sort of punctured the center of its mass, you see these tiny sparkles that just sort of encompass the entirety of the mass, almost like you dropped a little food pellet in an aquarium and they're all spreading out, causing the next attack against this thing to be an advantage. It's still there, but it's sort of barely holding on to this form. That's your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. XO.
Is Zach diving into the water and grabbing the coin? Was that fairly apparent as to what triggered the thing to kind of come out and start following him?
That's an odd question to me, because like, would it? Is XO detail oriented? As a programmer, I could argue yes. Like you would, oh my God, he changed the code. He removed this from this, and the code broke. So I would be very aware that him removing the coin did this. Yeah.
In that case, if it's visible in his hand whatsoever,
It is.
Then, God, where is it? With the blessing of the Gith augmentation to Mage Hand to make it invisible, X is going to try and use Mage Hand to remove the small item from his hand and separate it from him specifically.
All right, Zach. I don't know if you would be down for this, but I still need a dex save from you at disadvantage because the Mage Hand is invisible at this particular time. As you're kind of holding the coin, you're like, "Ha ha, booyah! What?"
Still a 19 at disadvantage.
Still a 19. Then tell you what, XO, give me a dex check now, a dex save, to see if you can beat a 19.
All right. With my -1 modifier. I rolled a 19 and I have a -1. That's an 18. So
Yeah, no. You send that invisible mage hand forward, and somehow the small caveman part of Zach's brain is like my coin. And it is not holding it. You realize this might be if like Zach is unsure if there's a magic from the creature that's trying to pull it away from him, so that's why he's holding on to it. But that is unfortunately you're not able to pull it out of his grasp. Do you say anything? Do you do anything with your bonus action?
With the no, but I will try and if Noah's still in the pool, yes.
Noah's still in the pool.
So is the net.
Then yes.
So if he's able to grab onto it, I'm going to be holding onto it, and that's really the only thing that I can do.
I would. This would help him on an athletics check, like getting out of the pool.
Yeah.
I'll let him make this at advantage, because from what I know of Noah, which is about to happen right now. Noah, what are you doing on your turn, buddy? That grip releases as you see Zach kind of swim in and dive off, and you see this creature sort of floating above the pool.
And I'm going to push off the bottom of the pool and explode out of the water as best I can.
Athletics check at advantage, please. Using Exo's but pool tool to get out of the...
Well, I'm not trying to get out of the pool. I'm exploding up past the surface and going to be swinging my maul down on top of this creature.
This will still be an athletics check because the physics are not with you on this move. Because the physics of this are trying to be like, wee, boink, wee, like, and falling back in the water. So still give me athletics check.
But not at advantage, I'm guessing.
No, this is going to be a straight roll now since you're fighting against
That's going to be a 19.
You're fighting against how normal rules work for people. But you are not normal, Noah. Yeah, you managed to fight through the burning in your lungs, jump up, and as you do, you, through physical force alone, push yourself out of the water and bring that hammer down. Give me an attack roll, please.
And that's going to be a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits. Give me damage.
And that will be 15 points of damage.
How do you want to do this, Noah?
That hammer's coming down with the shout and you yell and just right down that sparkly bit of water, right through the dark spot, and just straight down the length of that.
You slam the hammer down, striking in the same spot that Martin kind of lined up the shot for you. Almost as if you're trying to hit the small compartment of a giant space station with a small photon torpedo. But sure enough, you slam into this thing, and the water weird explodes, sending bits of its barely held together form spreading outward into the pool itself. As heroes, you are officially out of combat.
Do any of the chunks of the weird fall into the net that Exo is still awkwardly holding? Doesn't matter.
Hang on.
Funny.
Yeah. Yeah, a decent gelatinous chunk of the water weird falls in the net.
She's just gonna kind of bounce it like, okay, and turn it over back into the pool.
It feels like one of those like weird tubes that you could like the stress reliever tubes, like the gelatin.
No,
it's
gross.
not aesthetically pleasing or tactilely pleasing. Yeah.
Guys, that was awesome. Are there any beads lying around?
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Man, I'm collecting some of those and throwing them around my neck and passing them out to everybody. Party time, guys. That was awesome. I'm still on a coffee high here.
How much have you had, Noah?
Half the inventory.
He's just gonna look at Martin.
I'm like the guy that just discovered coffee the first time in his life, man. And it's like the nectar of the gods to him.
Oh my God, Noah, you almost died. I know, wasn't it great?
It was awesome.
You guys remember when I almost died from that water thing? Yeah. Is anybody else doing anything?
Can we examine the coin?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, Zach could flick it over to you.
Yeah. You catch that bad boy outward appearance. Give me an investigation check.
$17.
It's definitely gold. You can tell by the weight of it and just the feel of it and things of that sort. You've interacted with enough precious metals in your time at Camelot's Concoctions. It's like it's definitely gold. And you're having to guess that it was sort of put in with the doubloons and everything to sort of make somebody's job harder of like finding it. You know what I mean? Like just hide this bad boy within a huge thing of doubloons and beads and stuff like that. There are two symbols carved on either side of the coin. One is that of a mason's hammer, and the other one is that of a tree.
Okay. Historically, anything about it?
This would be
11.
11? Not with an 11. Lots of hammers and lots of trees in history. I mean, they're chock-a-block with hammers and trees. So many, man. Oh my God. There's one tree named Jerry, super popular. Like it's a fairly innocuous symbols. There's nothing else on it but that. If anybody else wants to give me that is proficient in history or religion, you are welcome to make this check. Cool. You pocket in the coin.
All yours, Martin.
Can I touch it to the water and then take it out again?
Touch it in the water?
Touch it to the water and then pull it out real quick.
All right. As you touch it to the water, give me a con save. No, I'm kidding, man. No, it's fine. You touch it to the water and it's nothing happens. You touch it to the water. The coin is slightly damp. I'll say this. Martin, I'll give you something for this, buddy. I like where your head is at. Take DM inspiration, because I like that you're leaving no stone unturned here. Nothing crazy happens as you touch it. However, you would notice that the water ripples outward, almost as if you're maintaining a silent vibration over the water. If you hold the coin in, and you test it a few times by taking the coin out, the ripples stop. But as you hold it in the water, those ripples just keep going outward as if it's putting out like subtle vibrations just from being placed in the water.
Gotcha.
Hector's gonna walk up to Martin and be like, "You still scared? You shaking a lot." Just to mess with him.
Thanks.
Cool. Hey, but the sound of Zelda opening a chest appears as you guys have beat your first house. You did it.
Woohoo!
That was house number 3. You wanted to go right to the middle for your first
Yes.
bet.
Left.
So, where are we going next?
Left.
Left?
Left.
Help me. Help you. Give me a number 1 through 5.
2.
2.
I love it even more. You leave this house. You kind of look at the map that you took a picture on your phone and things of that sort, continuing to sort of scope out the area. It's dusk, but you do notice that there are some people sort of moving about the space. No one bats an eye at the fact that you're walking out, or that Noah's walking out of this abandoned house, this prefab house, like soaking wet. But two, you're looking around and it's not a marked house. It's actually a playground. It's a little sort of like built playground and stuff like that. So,
are there any of those like model horses that has just like a giant spring that where you would sit on it and you go wah 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 wah?
I will say there's at least one. Of those,
I'm gonna
like,
shoot
little
with a guiding bolt from here.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Give me an attack roll, please.
Having had a terrible experience.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Does a 24 hit?
A 24 definitely hits.
Okay.
I guess that's better than Noah going and running over it and just totally
16
face planting and
16 points
bend
of damage.
straight over.
Martin's like, hey, a playground. This huge, once again, bolt of watery energy goes flying out from his hands and hits this one of those little rocking horses square in the side. You swear you hear a spectral neigh on the air as this thing is blasted off of the little spring holding it in place, flying through the air and slamming down hard onto the ground.
All right, we're clear here. Let's move on to the next one. 1 or 5?
What did you do?
You know how you did the whole lot of testing with the coin in the water? Maybe we should test this, make sure that was it.
I'll throw the coin.
This is a level 9 haunt.
It's a level 9 alpha.
All right, fine. But that horse.
Do you really throw the coin?
No.
So the playground is set up as such. Swing set, big sort of play, climb, slide area, you know what I mean? With the climbing wall and ladders that lead up to the slide, and one of those old-fashioned merry-go-rounds with little harnesses set up on the merry-go-round so that kids can kind of strap in if they want to, but you can also just kind of like, whoa, 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 and do terribly, horribly dangerous things.
Guys, get on.
No.
Absolutely not.
This would be awesome.
You're right, it would be. And Zach obviously hops on.
All right, Zach hops on.
Come on, guys, you can do it.
Exo's going to stand at the edge of the
Just gonna
carousel
take out
and
my
watch.
phone and video.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Noah just reaches out, grabs one of those bars.
Strength check, baby.
and-
Strength check.
And he is going to swing that sucker.
Can I would guidance be prudent in this situation? Oh yes.
Baby, you tell me. I am just the DM. I am but a
100%
humble
guidance
servant.
on this.
So I added D4 to that. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
So that's going to
you could
be
choose
an
not to.
18
18.
altogether. On
Noah comes forward. Zach, what are you doing, pal? Are you just kind of holding on to it and then just kind
Oh
of...
no, it's I know him. He's gonna go full bore. He's holding on for dear life.
All right. Noah comes forward and he's like, ha, 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 boom. And not only that, but as he's going, Noah goes to pull it up and Martin like looks over at you and he just kind of gives you the thumbs up and smacks Noah on the back. And you see a little bit of like magical energy transfer over to Noah, and Noah spins this thing. It's fun, man. The thing goes around pretty fast, and you're just like harkening
No
back
whammies,
to...
no whammies, no whammies.
Yeah, no whammies, big money, no whammies, stop. But here's the deal. This merry-go-round does not stop. Noah, you watch as quickly this merry-go-round does not lose momentum. You send this thing at a pretty hefty clip, and Zach, you're just kind of going around, you're going around, and if anything, it seems like this merry-go-round is going just a little bit faster instead of slowing down. But Noah, Martin, and Exo, you're watching as Zach's like, it's going and it's not slowing down.
Crap.
Zach, I need a con save, please.
Ooh, that was really, really good.
Martin, Exo, and Noah, I need dexterity saving throws, please.
Oops.
16.
4.
And 13. Okay.
13.
So my 16 and 13, you managed to dodge the remnants of the last beignets and coffee that Zach ate. Noah, in a sheer twist of karmic irony, you are splattered on one of those. These two go diving, and you just get like hit in the chest. As Zach, it's going around. Like crazy. We're not in strength saving throw territory, but you realize that should you let go of this and go flying off, this is going to be a bad day. Whether the stone hits the pitcher or the pitcher hits the stone, it's going to be a bad day for the pitcher. Heroes, what are we doing?
Noah is understanding the situation, does the only intelligent thing that he can think of,
Oh, help us.
and reaches out and grabs the
Oh, man! That's the number one rule of the playground. You put a hand out and you slow it down, right? You let it slap the palm, like you don't.
Oh, not Noah. He just grabs it, man. And
Oh, Bubba.
he digs his feet in and he grabs hold of it.
I'm gonna give you, you dingus. I'm gonna give you. What is your strength score?
18.
You got a +4.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna give you a DC 19 strength saving throw here to just be like no, yes. As you reach your hand out in order to grab, stop, and hold this thing as it's picking up speed. DC 18 strength save.
DC 18?
Guidance.
You can't guide a save.
Dang it.
You can't guide a save.
That's
You
right.
can
It's an
guide-
ability check.
It's an ability
Only
check.
on ability check. Only on ability
Noah, you
That
take
was a 14.
You take 4 points of damage as you're like, guys, as your hand just gets whipped by the metal rail. You are unable to grab a hold of this thing. I will give you one more check before this thing gets out of grabbing range.
He doubled down, man. He spits on the hands and he gets ready. He braces himself and he is grabbing.
So,
hold of
Martin,
this
you
sucker.
doing anything to help in this situation?
Yeah, I was gonna look for anything on the playground that's like liftable that could be used as some type of lever to stop it from underneath.
Investigation check?
Yeah, because if you put some kind of friction on that's slow. 8.
8.
Maybe like a giant maul on.
The only thing that you see is the horse that Martin blasted off of the spring and is just kind of laying on its side. It's big enough to fit underneath it. Like it could slow it down. Like
Yeah. All right. In that case, I'm gonna book it over there, see if I can grab it and drag it back.
Okay, yeah, you go grab the horsey and you're like, okay, I gotta just. The plan is to kind of like shove it underneath, right, at the exact same moment to try to slow it down. Noah, I'm gonna let you make this check at advantage as Exo is trying to slow it down.
Now, is this a check or a saving throw?
This
what are we
is
doing
a saving throw.
Okay, just
I
making
would-
double sure.
How much health have you lost so far?
I currently have 15 health.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a cure wounds just in case.
So
That's
this is an advantage. Is that what I'm hearing?
This strength saving throw is at advantage. The first one is an 11.
There we go. We'll take that
Somehow
one.
done worse. You time it. You time it right. Exo waits till the very last second and just kind of shoves that horse underneath. And Noah, You immediately, everybody else sees Noah reach out and grab it, but for you it's, you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
As that arm just shoves out, grabs the rail. Zach, for physics reasons, I need a strength saving throw. As your momentum goes from being real fast. Nope. Zach, you're off the carousel, buddy. I got great news. Noah stopped it. But the minute he stops it, you go boom, off of the carousel. You don't take any damage because Noah took the brunt of it, but you are knocked prone and the wind is knocked out of you, and you got a little bit of that equilibrium, like, what just happened? As Noah, you're holding on to this thing and it's trying to fight against your grip a little bit.
I'm having an arm wrestling match with this thing and seeing if I can reverse the direction that it's going.
Okay. You go to reverse the direction of it, like it's trying to push, and every time you do, you get a little bit, and then you hear a click from underneath the carousel. Like it's like the metal hits something from underneath the
Do we all hear that click?
You all do. As Noah's like, you like going one way, I'll hurt you. I'll make you go the other way. But every time he does, you hear this like clicking sound, like as it hits something underneath.
I'm sure we're all gonna try and look underneath.
Right, yeah.
Exo, Zach, Martin, you hit the ground, and God, wouldn't you know it, where this merry-go-round is, that little piece of metal, every time he tries to pull it, there's this gold coin that's stopping it from going the other direction, but it's turning the other way, and it looks like it's just being held in place by a little bit of gum, right underneath this merry-go-round.
Can I do a perception check for, like, traps or...
Yeah,
like, to see if I reach under this thing, is something gonna grab at me? Can
yeah.
See,
give me an investigation check. Give me an investigation check.
Oh,
18.
Okay, you're like, wait, nothing. Oh, hang on, there's a werewolf there. And the werewolf's like, I'll get you next time, buddy. He kind of rolls out from underneath. He's like, I'll get you. And runs off. No,
not this time. Not get me. I ain't falling for a werewolf under the merry-go-round.
Oh, man, I thought I had you. And he toddles off into the night. No, you don't see any traps or anything along those lines.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and try and grab it out.
Yeah, sure enough. You're able to grab it out. As soon as you grab it and it stops its connection from it, the merry-go-round stops fighting you. Noah?
Good boy.
Okay. And Noah reserves every urge in his bone to fling it the other direction and actually lets go of it this time.
Okay.
All right. I want to tap the 2 coins together, see if there's any interactions between them.
Yeah, you tap the 2 coins together.
Story Dad didn't plan for this.
Oh, Story Dad wants to reward player creativity. Martin, Zach, Exo, and Noah. As Martin takes the 2 coins, everybody's kind of invested now. You're like, oh, I think we get the game. Like, the coins did it. We hate coins. Martin takes the 2 coins and ting, ting. The first time he tings the 2 coins together, that twilight just gets a little nicer. You all hear like birds singing and things of that sort. A faint breeze kind of rolls in. It gets kind of nice outside. You all might smell lilacs probably at this time of year and things of that sort. It's just this kind of...
things are feeling a little less ominous. Is that what I'm...
Yeah, and things weren't feeling particularly ominous before, other than like the water thing trying to kill you and the merry-go-round and things of that sort. But the first time he tings those coins together, it's just like everything kind of lines up. The soft breeze kind of rolls in. The light hits in just the right way, kind of reflecting off of everything, and it's just a very pleasant sort of like few seconds.
Does the second one have the same images on it?
The second one does have the same images upon it. You see the hammer and you see the tree on the flip side of the coin.
No other inscriptions on it?
An investigation check.
Can I assist in that at all to give him advantage?
You absolutely can.
Yo, Exo, do that googly thing. Can you do that googly thing that you do with the?
You want me to Google tree and hammer?
18.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that for you. In a second. I'm gonna try something real quick.
18. You're looking at the coin. You're looking at one side. You kind of flip to the other. You don't see anything. You flip to the other. You don't see anything. With Zach kind of backseat driving, being like, "Have you looked on the side?" You do. You kind of flip the coin on the side and look at that tiny, tiny little bit of area on the side, and it's written. Martin, you're the only one that might even come close to knowing what this language is. I'll grant you this one because of what we talked about. Martin, it's written in Celtic. Does he speak Celtic?
He doesn't.
You would recognize the language, though.
Right,
I'm going to give you
right.
that.
Okay, so I recognize it as Celtic. Now, with that bit of information, does the history part now take a... Like, does it jog my memory enough where I can take another history check?
Bruh, I will give you one more.
Okay.
Normally, that history check it encapsulates all of the work that you did.
Right,
like,
but I'm saying maybe it, like, jog the memory.
I'm granting you
I think.
one more check
thank
here.
you. Not that it's going to be any good.
You were like, wait a second. Celtic.
No, 11. Exactly what I got before.
11. What
So,
you got last time? You're like, I got nothing.
I got to say that.
You might look at what the
Hey,
fast
story
cat
guy.
just did.
Hey, story dad.
What?
Look at chat.
I don't. My chat. What? What
The
happened
fast
in
cat
the chat?
redeemed wild magic effect for the player of their choice for 1,000 karma.
10,000 karma.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10,000 karma.
A spark of wild magic?
Here and now, in front of my salad.
On the Lord's Day? Okay.
Yes.
Who sparked?
Yes.
Who? Yes. Fast Cat. I'll do you one better. Do me a favor. You're gonna type into the chat !D and 100. So the letter D and the number 100, and you are gonna spark this, and I'm gonna use 79. I'm gonna use my special table.
It's mahogany.
It's
Also have him roll 1 through 4.
roll
Yeah,
one
who's
through
this?
four.
Who's getting hit with this?
Who's
this going to?
Yeah, hey,
The
give me a
Fast
number
Cat?
1 through 4, Fast Cat. 74. This is the weird table. I only use this for
Three.
live shows.
Number 3.
For 3.
3, my
That's-
lord. XO.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, the fast cat. I'm looking forward to the shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I think we all are.
Harvick, you say one more time.
As you're kind of looking at the coin and things of that sort, Exo, you're kind of looking at it, and then all of the sudden, there's some leftover remnant magic in that coin. It leaps out looking for some sort of purchase and immediately lashes onto Exo. As Exo, you are hit with this burst of wild energy from the coin itself. As it does, Exo is immediately gone. As she kind of like falls backwards, hits the ground, and when Exo hits the ground, there is this like puff of brimstone smoke. As Exo is possessed by a demon for 5 minutes. But the demon's like super cool and wears a leather jacket and could ride a motorcycle if there was a motorcycle present in this universe. So sure enough, as Exo hits the ground, she's immediately replaced by this demonic form. You see this kind of red tiefling that kind of stands up with the red skin. It's like, oh, hey, cool cats. Easy. I'm not used to riding in a girl. All right. Well,
No touchy.
no touching. I got you. I'm gonna start my timer for 5 minutes. Stop, cat. You wanted chaos? You got it.
What's your name?
Kazazel. What about you, big guy?
Not Kazazel.
Not
Where-
Kazazel.
Where did you come from?
I'm from the lower plains and things of that sort. I messed with somebody and they kind of stored me in a coin for a little bit, and it was a whole big old thing. But I'm only here for the next 5 minutes or
Who
so.
put you in the coin?
Oh, dang it. Oh, beans. Fast cat. It's a weird looking dude. Spoke with a funny accent. Kind of tall, bright red hair, wore a lot of yellow and green.
See, I think I saw this movie. Don't we get 3 wishes
For
because
me?
we let you out? Yeah,
No.
we let you out.
Easy, cat. I'm a demon, all right? If anything, I'd be interested to see if anybody here wants to sell their souls or anything. But I've got a guy date with James Dean here in the next 3 minutes 54 seconds. So, yeah, a weird looking cat, red hair, very tall, super fan of making stuff with his coins.
Who's James Dean?
Don't worry about it. And he kind of looks over at you, Zach and Martin. He's like, not so bright, right?
You could say that.
I just did.
Or the bronze in the brain.
I just did, Daddy-o. No, I can thank you for letting me loose from the coin. If there's anything else that I can help you with in this particular situation, you guys need a ride anywhere?
No. Tell us all about these coins.
Oh, yeah, the coins. Coins were a weird thing. The coins have great power. And apparently this dude, I just remember him being super anal about anybody taking the coins. Didn't want anybody to touch them. Said they were works of art, works of craftsmanship. Super into it, which is weird because the dude was living in the middle of nowhere. Huge fan of living in the middle of nowhere. So when somebody tools around, you don't expect to stumble onto any coins of any such thing. So this place definitely looks way different than it did back in the day.
What was it before?
It was a forest, pal. I mean, this whole area was swamplands and things of that sort. You had various creatures, animals. Before you humans got on the scene, this place was a masterpiece, okay? Creatures that you wouldn't even believe used to walk these paths and live. And there used to be deep-rooted magics to places like this. Places connected to the earth. What do you call them? The guys that love earth magic and stuff like that. God.
Gandalf.
Not
Radagast.
Gandalf, not Radagast. This guy. Who is this guy? Druids. He was one of those guys. There was a whole bunch of them.
Gotcha.
And this guy, I'll tell you something. This guy made a name for himself. I didn't get to interact much being stored in the coin, but I did get to listen in. And apparently, this guy got around so much that you humans, even today, based legends and lore off of this cat.
Which legends? Which lore?
I don't know. I didn't quite catch it, but I know you celebrated his own holiday. You kind of bastardized who the holiday was named after in the first place, but you used his likeness to celebrate. And that's worship, baby. That gives people power, whether you intend to or not.
So what'd this guy look like?
I told you. Flaming red hair, wore a lot of yellow, greens, druid.
Can I call Grandpa?
Yeah, the demon's like, cool, you're gonna take a phone call. That's not rude. Goodbye. And he will sort of snap his fingers, and this demonic Harley will manifest in the space, and then sort of come and pick him up a little bit, and he goes, this one. And he will kind of take a step forward, and Exo's body will just still be standing in the spot. As you see, once again, this sort of red tiefling wearing a leather jacket and sunglasses and things of that sort hops on the bike, and he goes, he looks over at you, Exo. He goes, thanks for the ride. I owe you a favor. Just yell out my name one time only. I can get you someplace with a quick. Okay?
What's your name? What? Yeah, I gave you a ride. Did you?
He gives you a wink and revs the Harley, and then immediately peels off, leaving a trail of flame behind him. Stop, cat. You broke my game. Broke it so bad. But I love it. I love you. Thank you for redeeming that wild magic. That's my favorite table of all time.
That is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you call your dad real quick.
Hey, Grandpa.
You call Grandpa. Yeah.
Tell me he needs to get down here. This could be serious.
Why? What is it?
I'll send him a picture of the coin.
Where did you get this?
There's 2 of them, and I think there's more here. That's why I said you should probably come down here.
Lo is here. Put the coins down. Bury them.
Oh.
Dig a hole in the dirt right now. Dig a hole in the dirt.
I'll drop him, dig a hole in the dirt with my foot while I'm holding the book. What do you mean? And I'm covering it up with my foot.
What do I mean is that this is a god. Is a trickster god. He was the god of smiths and craftsmen, but he was also very, very intelligent. He's what the legend of the leprechaun is based off of today.
So if we happen to not show him, is this a bad thing?
I mean, no. I mean, he was vindictive. And no one's seen him for quite some time. Chances are that you're dealing with a situation that's basically what he left behind. You might have just stumbled onto a situation where somebody's using his magics for him, but because I've not seen Lo for a long time. No one has. Where are you?
So should we collect them? Not collect them?
You need to get them away from the regular folk as quickly as possible. Honestly, these tricks tend to break bad, and there's a transitive property. He looks like he's trying to figure out something. He's like, put me on speaker.
Put him on speaker.
Exo.
Sir.
Closed circuit.
Oh,
As you eliminate each circuit, the next one's going to hold more and more power until you blow the circuit.
Oh, hell.
How many coins have you got?
2.
2.
So that means the next 3 that you're going up against are going to be supercharged until you get to the last one.
Does sticking him in the ground like he just did do anything for us? Ground them or something?
He was a druid. This is my best guess here. He was a druid of sorts. He loved the land, he loved the earth and the animals, and he hated the fact that individuals were sort of encroaching upon it with civilization and not honoring the old ways. We can take care of him. I know a fellow that can help, but for the time being, the ones you have, if you're not going to bury him in the ground, but better yet, get a container, fill it with dirt, and keep him with the dirt.
Okay, we can do that. Container, guys?
Noah holds up his beignet bag.
You hold up the... Yes. God bless you, Noah. Noah fills the beignet bag with dirt and little bits of powdered sugar. And as you do, you place the other 2 coins inside of it.
Yeah. I'll put it in my satchel.
Yep. You place it in your satchel. He goes, Martin, work quick.
Yes.
If there are people about, and gods forbid, a child grabs one of those coins and doesn't know what they're handling, this could be bad.
The last one was on a playground.
He goes, if the last one was on a playground, you need to get those other 3 quick. The longer it takes to get them, the harder it's going to be.
Okay.
Do you know the Chicago fire? That was a joke.
Yeah.
Get the coins.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Right. The phone hangs up as you just hear this booming voice go, "Shop's closing," as the phone hangs up.
You guys want.
So what's the next closest location, right?
There's 1, 4, and 5.
Sounds like 1.
1.
You want to do split up and do.
Yeah, because splitting the group is always a good idea.
Don't be stupid. Let's go. We've seen Scooby-Doo.
All right, then 1.
Yep.
Wait, which one of the houses that we can see from here has people in it that we can see?
I will say this. You do a quick scan. I'll put and I'll up the stakes here, okay? You do a quick scan of the area, okay? Being at the playground, you're at the centermost point of the area and you kind of look around. You look across the street to 1. 1 has people in it. It looks like it was the first home sold, Okay, and you see that there are people in it. Not only that, but you see there are already Christmas decorations up outside. You see like the projector showing the ho 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 of like Santa kind of like walking in the past the windows. You ever seen those Christmas decorations? Then it changes to like Frosty and things of that sort. You see that as house number 1. Okay, house number 4. You kind of look down the way. It says. For sale on it, but in real tiny letters it says brand new innovations beneath that for sale sign. But there doesn't look to be any people inside of it. Okay, the 5th house also has cars outside. You'll see 2 cars, one van, big old van, and one smaller car, and the van next to it says Reptile Sanctuary. The big van next to it that's parked at the house says Reptile Sanctuary. That's what you have for 5. That's 4 and 1.
All right.
We took a hearse here, right?
You took what? You took the hearse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there funerary appropriate clothes in the hearse that might be a collared shirt or something that looks mildly professional?
Martin? I think
Since it's
more likely.
that,
It's more likely to have Camelot concoction polos.
Yeah.
That-
Or
absolutely, that's
a
fantastic.
lab coat or 2.
Yeah, might have some lab coats.
That's what we need, actually, and it's even better. There's a gas leak in the area. Friends, let's go. Tell the neighbors. They gotta go.
I mean, the lab coat looks like this.
Well, you're already dressed. You can take the first one.
Okay, so here's the thought. If we go to 1, that's probably going to be a hard one. But I think the house with the reptiles might be pretty scary too. So, we want to do 1 or 5?
Well, people in 1.
Well,
People
are
in
5
1
as well.
and people in 5.
Well, yeah, but there's also reptiles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only going on a limb and saying that he appreciates nature. So there might be some sort of. All right, so 1. Good. What, everybody 1? What it is. Let's go.
Okay. Everybody swings by the hearse, picking up the Camelot concoction polos and a few stained lab coats that I think that were left over from like a Halloween party and things of that sort. They're not even like one of them's a little blood stain that you kind of spit and you remove the blood stain and things of that sort. But they were kind of stuffed in the back. They're wrinkled, but they'll do in a pinch and things of that sort. So you throw on polos and things like that. All of you begin to head over towards the house with the light, with the projections and the twinkling lights and the things of that sort. As you head over towards the house, once again you see the Santa sort of walking in the window. And then all of a sudden, as you get up close to the house, the projection sort of looks down at the party. And he walks forward towards the window and he says, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. I hear the people in this house are on the naughty list." And Santa steps out of the projection and immediately turns and walks into the house through the giant window. And that is where we are ending tonight's episode. Thank you so much.
I meant house 5. I meant 5.
Yeah.
Did I say 1?
As you go to house 5, give me a con save. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's game, everybody. Thank you to Fast Cat for burning a little bit of wild
that's so
magic.
good.
That was great.
That was so good.
We've introduced a demonic NPC, which is always fun. And thank you to the crew for handling such an interesting adventure. We'll continue onward with not next week because of Thanksgiving and stuff like that, but we'll pick right up with a very festive group versus Santa episode, and then versus reptiles, just like in all of our favorite Christmas stories. So thank you so much for tuning in. Baby's first possession. Oh my gosh. And then the angel of the Lord did appear, and he was pissed. Thank you so much, everyone. Indigo Connect, and we'll see you next time on the Unbroken Veil, New Orleans. We'll see you next time. And